with. So could you introduce yourselves?
Shaun, Kerinaiua.
Anastasia, Virgona.
And what group are you with?
Tiwi Islands Sistagirls.
And what made you decide to come down here to Sydney?
It's all about being together as one and showcasing the Tiwi culture at an international stage.
And why did you want to come to Mardi Gras specifically?
Well, it's an annual year event, and it's celebrated for all LGBTIQ. So we have never experienced a Mardi Gras in our life. So we wanted to come down to Sydney to join with others that have been marching for years, and we wanted to, celebrate the unique of marching for.
Are you excited?
Yeah, we are.
I'm very excited.
It's your first time down here?
Yes, third time down here, but the first march, for Mardi Gras.
How do Tiwi Islanders think of gender roles between the male and female?
How do they think? It's what would you say? It's not a thinking perspective.
Yeah.
It's more or less of a
adapting
and accepting on who we are.
Are there strict gender roles that males do one thing and females do another thing?
Well, yes, there is, but there's no strict rules for anyone that identified for LGBTIQ. Through Aboriginal culture, they say that the first child who is male is supposed to be what should I refer to, like the chief or boss of that family. So it's more as in continue on with the culture and knowledge and law. That's what the first child would do, and especially being male. But as for myself, I'm the eldest child for my parents, and being a sister girl, I still have knowledge and culture, laws that I have to obey and observe too. But I continue on to do it as whatever roles that I play, and to continue on doing. I can either do it in female, I can either do it in male. So it's more accepting what roles that you take on.
Is it difficult if you're firstborn and you turn out as same-sex attracted?
Well, at first it's difficult because a lot of family. I think it's got to do with missionaries as well. There's a lot of predominant Catholic for the islands to they were influenced by that, but certainly it has changed a lot nowadays. That family do accept if anyone's identified as a sister girl or gay man or bisexual or lesbian. It's very accepted now.
Especially when you have a supported family, it all starts back with your family. Again, like I said, if you have your family supporting you, that again gives you more of an opportunity to come out and be accepted from your own people.
So could you tell me what a sister girl is? How would you define the word?
So sister girl means transgender, because at that early stage of generation, when there's girls that was fighting for acceptance, they came up with the word sister girl to have a more appropriate word or approach towards a transgender person, instead of calling them trannies or transsexual. So that's how it all started. But generation, when I talk about generation, there's a lot of generations on the island that is sister girl. We talk about I want to talk about how the Tiwi Island is a diverse community. There is gays, there's lesbians, there's bisexuals.
There's a whole range.
Yeah, the whole range.
Sister Girl is just a name that we sort of created for ourselves as an appropriate way as we approach each other. In another way, we sort of use the Sister Girl as a we don't go with each other. We don't we don't live, but we treat each other like sisters.
What's the word in the Tiwi language, and what does it mean in English?
Well, there's only one word in Tiwi for gay, and that's in Balinyani. But it's just we try not to use that word because it's very hurtful for someone if you're describing someone who identify as the LGBTIQ. It's a Tiwi word that it's very hurtful word to use, so we don't use that often. If anyone wants, so the word in Balinyani would refer in English and being gay.
Okay, so it means someone who's attracted to the same sex, but it's got a bad negative connotation.
Well,
that's what it is. Again, in Balinyani is sort of a word to, they hit the emotional side, so they use that word as a Balinyani as a direct arrow towards our soul and try and break us down. But these Jilamari girls aren't very strong girls and aren't afraid to get back up and continue on their everyday lives.
Why do you think gender diverse people exist?
Gender existed, maybe.
It's just freedom of range.
That's right.
I think it's freedom of we're not all trapped in in a different body. Like I said, at the first generation there were transgenders, sister girls that came out being trapped in the wrong body. Then they were the ones that paved the ways for the sister girl community on the island. Then the new generation starts to flow in, and there were different girls that wanted to not be different, but they wanted to be true to their self and be true to their body and soul and spiritual as well.
How difficult is it for a young child growing up in the Tiwi Islands who discovers themselves to be different in their sexual orientation?
How difficult?
It's really difficult when you don't have the support network within your own family, and for a person or a child growing up and trying to find himself or find herself, again looks back towards the family, and the family really needs to put in mind that you are the ones that's going to make it comfortable for you to walk around and accept yourself.
How do sister girls find themselves each other? How do you find network up with each other when you're in such remote communities?
Again, we're all close with each other, sisters. Again, the other girls, we make weekends with the girls on Melville Island, so we pretty much
we gather, we sing, we dance together, we have laughed, we joke.
But you don't have sex with each other.
Yeah, we don't.
That's where where the Sistagirls plays a very important part of that. We don't have sex with each other.
Who do you have sex with?
They're the other agendas. The other agendas out there, such as bisexuals, straight men's,
closet. Closet. But going back on sister girls why can't sister girls have sex with each other? Because there is culture, and there's kinship, and there is tribe. So culture, kinship, and tribe is the main three important things that. So, I'll give you an example. Anastasia here is my daughter. In Aboriginal way, I am not allowed to have sex with her because she is my daughter. Her mother is my sister, and it's telling me that there is a kinship between the family kinship line, and there is the tribe where it comes. There's a Pacific tribe that you have to marry So the tribe comes from your mother, and so your mother tribes give you the identity of who you belong within the tribe clan, and so you have to marry. So there's 4 tribes. The top tribe is the sun, the bottom tribe is the rock, and on the side of those 2 groups, top and bottom, are the fish, the mullet fish and the padanis fish, and so that the sun is only allowed to marry the fish, the mullet trip and the padanis. They're not allowed to marry the rock clan, and that same goes with the other 2, mullet and the pandanus. They're not allowed to marry each other. They're allowed to marry the sun or the rock. So that's the kinship, and that's the tribe. So it's not, that's the law of the Tiwi Island. It's been on for thousands of years. So,
and we still play an important part of that, passing on knowledge, and that's how we still probably want to keep it that way. Again, using that Sistagirl title or name, not to go with each other and things like that.
It's not hard.
It's not hard nowadays, because now we've got Facebook, and then you have all these other sort of apps and stuff. So we're pretty not isolated people. We're pretty much up there with the technologies. We all have phones. We all SMS each other.
Snapchat.
Or commonly, or you might know it as inboxing. So we still do that. So it's not hard for us, but it's just harder for us to find the men, the Tiwi men. We can't live with them because of culture reasons.
Do you experience discrimination and racism differently from others in the top end?
Not really, not different. I guess there's
not much of a discrimination.
There's nothing different. Just basic stigma, homophobic.
Just the same things.
Same things.
Who inspires you? What sort of music do you like?
Oh, well, mine will probably be Janet Jackson. You know, she's very feminine. You know, she's very out there. Even though she's she's very political with some things, but her music tells a lot of stories, and that's where you don't want to connect to the artist's personal life, but you want to connect to the artist, what the artist is doing. Through the music is one massive important way to connect to.
How difficult is it if you are gay to find a relationship on the Tiwi Islands?
Yes, we do have problems, but you know what, at the end of the day, we have to fight for our right to find our Aboriginal culture, need to define us as couples. But at the end of the day, we have to make ourselves available and truth, because at the end of the day, it's not about how can we do it, but we can do it together as a cultural. And we have to do it because we have to do it because that's our lives. We live our lives the way we live.
I understand this. You've had some problems with suicide. What happened?
Yes, it was a high rate of suicide. But
what's happened?
At the end of the day, we deal with it, and we deal with the best we can, and we help each other because of our spiritual beliefs.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. We lost some Sistagirls a couple of days ago, but they're all in spirit. Press pause.
How do you feel?
Good, very good. We're so excited to be here. First time.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I've still got that bit of nerves in my feelings, but it's okay. I'm doing it good.
Yeah.
And we're all excited and ready. Headed out as Mardi 2017.